Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 16th Marketing Conclave. I'm Nishtha, and I'll be your host for this session. Let's start with our discussion on a case study on success story in health and insurance by iProspect for client Max Life Insurance. I'll start by welcoming our speakers for the session. Santosh Mishra, EVP, North Branch Head, iProspect. Sameer Jain, AVP, Digital Marketing, Max Life Insurance Company Limited. It's a pleasure to have you both here, Santosh and Sameer. Before I request Santosh to lead the discussion, I'm going to request all the delegates to keep posting their questions in the chat box, and the panel will address a selected few at the end of the session. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Nishtha. Good morning, everyone. Nishtha, I can't see the presentation, so should I upload it, share it again?
Yes, you're the presenter now. You can upload it.
Okay. Is it visible? Is my PPT visible to all?
Please wait a minute. Have you presented it?
Yes, I have. And can you see it?
Just give me a minute. I'm going to request you to start sharing it again, please. Now
Okay.
it's visible. Yeah.
It's visible now? Perfect. Perfect. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the little glitch. I am Santosh. So the topic is digital beyond branding, and I'm proud to say that at Max Life and at iProspect as a partnership, that's what we do. Uh, so I'll quickly take you through what is the agenda for next 20 minutes, and we'll be tackling our problem. What was the approach which we adopted, the solution which we sort of agreed upon, and finally the business result which we got out of it. Sameer will take us through what are actually the hurdles when we talk about life insurance as a category. Sameer.
Yeah. So hi everybody. I'm glad to be here amongst all of you, along with Santosh. Life insurance is a peculiar category, unlike a lot of other categories that we're used to buying online. It's a category which is sold rather than bought, right? We often push life insurance purchase decision further down the road, thinking that this is something which I don't need to think about right now. Maybe I could indulge in e-commerce products, indulge in shopping, food, restaurant, travel, and this is a category which does not really take precedence in our lives. And hence, its marketing plays a big role as far as giving life to that latent need that we all have for the category. Right. The other major factors that are in play is that term insurance as a product that we sell in life insurance is only a small segment of the overall pie. Life insurance continues to be dominated with ULIP products, with guaranteed plus life insurance products, which are not pure play life insurance, but investment plus life insurance as product categories. However, if you were in the market to buy a pure life insurance product, term insurance is what offers that to you, right? This category is also highly cluttered with more than 23 players in the market, and there's stiff competition amongst each one of them, and low financial literacy in India, due to which awareness for term insurance as such is low amongst the larger segment. So these are some of the hurdles that we have in this category, and as we go along, we will talk about how we approach them. About you, Santosh.
Sure. In fact, just to qualify and extend what Sameer said, India is one of the lowest penetrated country in terms of life insurance, right? If I have to just throw a data, Sameer, it's 2.4% of the GDP, right? So in normal parlance, how we use penetration is different than how we use that in life insurance industry. When I say that is premium to GDP ratio, and that stands at 2.4% for India, and that's pretty low, right? And in such an environment, competitive environment, we had to bring in more sale. That's the objective. So largely, we divided our approach into broadly 4 areas. It was increasing high intent prospects. When I say high intent prospects, one thing which we'll all have to keep in mind when it comes to executing digital campaigns, we bucketize sort of all our intents, right? Which is into brand bucket. It could be competition, it is generic, it is core category, right? So without complicating it further, if a company is able to increase its brand searches, which I'm calling intent here, then that's the lowest hanging fruit, right? Because you have converted all the research into the intent for your brand, right? So if that increases, your business tends to go up. So that was the first approach. We also thought that in this category, most of the products, sort of from a third party point of view, it sort of looks similar, right? But there is a lot of difference because a lot of mathematics actually goes into it. So from communication perspective, we thought how to showcase it from the point of parity perspective, but also we had to bring in differentiation. How are we different from other players out there in the market, right? The third approach was how to improve affluent audiences, right? Because when we talk about our category, while there could be many takers for our product, but still this is highly regulated and where the underwriter plays an important role, right? So therefore, below a certain level of income, we might not entertain it, right? So therefore, we have to pass back a lot of information. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about bringing an audience onto our platform, improving affluent audiences onto in the composition of our funnel. And last but not the least is, of course, we keep on talking about revamping the journey, but a consumer actually has to see the flow and it has to be very seamless. That's what the Max Life team worked on. And the result was all to see. Over to Sameer for you to take through point of similarity and the point of differentiation.
Santosh, could you move the presentation forward?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so as an organization, we had to figure out a marketing KPI that we will chase. Of course, there's transactions and revenue at the end of the road. However, we had to figure out an immediate actionable which is closer to consumer, which we could drive. And we figured out at a very early stage that brand search queries is that metric for us. Most of the performance in prospecting spend that we deploy in order to increase our overall brand search queries, right? And it's been a journey for us. When we started, we were purely doing it for driving broader awareness, right? And looking at impact of deployed media, let's say once in a month or once in a quarter. From there, we moved to a daily sort of impact assessment when we started deploying impacts on platforms like Money Control, Economic Times, Times of India, and then looking at daily impact of those publisher deployments on our brand search queries and the incrementality that they were bringing. From there to today, where we have pixels available that track BSQ assist of every dollar spent. Now that money could be spent on YouTube, it could be spent on Facebook, it could be on search. We are able to with a high accuracy calculate the BSQ assist that each of those marketing dollars are generating. Santosh, can I request you to move?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the graph that you see on the left is our BSQ assist composition, and what you can see clearly is that 22% of BSQ assist is coming from category search, which sort of is a no-brainer. We guys are already aware of this fact that if somebody is searching for a category on Google, he's high intent audience and is more likely to convert. However, the proof of concept was how do we deploy our display money, right? What you see clearly here is that YouTube, Facebook remarketing, and GTN remarketing came out to be those winning platforms which were impacting the largest as far as BSQ generation is concerned. And hence, we on a iterative basis started deploying more and more media money to these platforms, and you can see the results on the right side. These numbers are indexed. So from an index number of 100, our BSQ increased to 124 from May to July in itself, right? So and the indexed cost per BSQ visit also declined. So the total money that we were spending on all of these campaigns and the BSQ that they were able to generate as assisted numbers, the cost of incremental BSQ significantly dropped from 10 to 6.5. So that's been the impact. Santosh, can you request you to move to the next slide?
Yeah, Samir, just to say, just to let the audience know the kind of rigor which actually has gone into this, Samir, right? While it looks very simple, when you look at the BSQ assist composition, this is what we have been recording, right, over the period of time, because we believe in a lot of experimentation, typically PDCA, right? That's the approach to any digital campaign, right? Plan, do, check, and action, right? So that everyone remembers. But when it comes to execution, so I keep on saying, and in fact, we keep on discussing with Samir that most of the people are actually lost in the larger innovative things. But the trick of the trade when it comes to digital marketing is looking at all granular things, right? How do you execute those minor data points? And when you look at data for long enough, it starts to speak to you. That's what we did. And on the left side graph, which you see, there was a media mix model which was run, which started telling us that how can we redeploy our money in a better fashion for us to increase our BSQ, because those all were things which were being tracked. And what Samir said, that's the result.
Okay, so now we come to the creatives and campaign that we ran. Performance marketing can only be as efficient as the story that we are telling, and we want to clearly call out two such campaigns that we rolled out. The first on the left is Zindagi Ki Shopping, and on your right is Bharose Ka Number. So I'll start with Bharose Ka Number, which has been one of our longest running and most successful campaigns. So this campaign clearly differentiates ourselves from the remaining players in the market because Max Life has the highest claims paid ratio in the industry, right? We also launched a buy now, pay later as a functionality in our journey, which has been an industry first and continues to be a differentiator for us in the market. So this was a campaign which would probably run in the peak months, right? The peak months of January, February, March, November, December, which are heavy on insurance marketing in general, right? So we need to stand out amongst the other insurers who are spending a lot of marketing dollars. The campaign on the left was more of a guerrilla marketing campaign, and we ran this during e-commerce sales last year, right? So this was done in September, October, November, when e-commerce outshouts anybody else in the industry, and we will not really gain much by talking about buy 1 crore insurance at 463, or our claims paid ratio is higher than the other, because consumers are not really interested in those conversations at that point in time. So what we did was, we looked at what Flipkart was talking about at that point in time, and we said, okay, you are right now in the mood for shopping. करो जिंदगी की सबसे most important shopping, buy life insurance also, because it is your most important shopping. And hence, we were able to break through the sector without deploying exorbitant amount of money. That's how, our campaigns have helped us sail through the highs and the lows of insurance buying seasonality.
Yeah, just putting a number to it, Samir. This campaign was so much successful, right? And as I said, we'll look at each parameter. So if you look at on the left side campaign, the CTR sort of increased by 18%, right? And it's not that we were doing any campaign badly in the past, right? So having the communication targeted in that period in time, having contextuality sort of increased our CTR, which essentially means the more consumer on your platform. So now coming to hardcore numbers, these were all our approaches. But what is right? If you typically see, in our approach slide, I talked about affluent composition, right? And everybody would want that. Everybody would want affluent consumers to be on their platform, right? Paying higher premium for the product which we are selling. Now, when I say quality code, the people who actually belong to that category, right, who have the wherewithal to pay that much premium, which is beneficial and sort of has a higher premium value. And then revamping eligibility step in the entire user journey, as I had talked about in a couple of slides back. Because unless and until the consumer journey is seamless, and if he starts to face problem, he's going to bounce back, right? So without jargonizing it and complicating it, right? So we all keep on talking about data as a new oil and everything, right? But we don't pass back our data back to the platform, and there are various means and ways, right? And we are in the journey, but I think in comparison to a lot of players, we sort of are at an edge, wherein now there are a lot of elements, right? There are a lot of events which can be captured on the site. Those events we are passing back into the system and helping machine learn about the audiences, lookalike audiences, and the similar audiences out there in the market, right? So that has helped us improve our affluent composition of leads phenomenally, right? In fact, if you see the number, it improved from 4% in JFM, which was the peak period, to 35.8% in July, right? Which is not the season for life insurance. And quality quotes, that's again 1 point in journey. And that also saw phenomenal improvement, right? And since the JFM period was coming, we delved into our entire consumer journey. We brought about a lot of changes on our site, and that started to bear the fruit. At a lot of places, we have been talking about what is that affluent audience. And I also at one point in time talked about underwriter. So we typically target anyone who has salary of more than 7 lakhs, right? And that's our target audience, 25 to 45. And between these two, how much information can be passed back to machine, right? So for machine to help us sort of bring in only these audiences onto our platform. And that did wonders for us. And that wonder, I mean, in terms of result and the final number, which you can see here. The first point on the left-hand side, you can see that Q1 YOY, our brand consideration has increased by 47.5%, right? That's quite a jump. And this is a Nielsen survey, which we keep on doing every quarter, right? We also talked about how your entire brand search query leads to low-hanging fruit. And that's where the maximum business Pareto principle, that's where the maximum business comes from, right? And our brand search impression have increased by 40% in YOY. That's quite a huge jump. And then on the right-hand side, if you see, by doing this, our mandate was that, I mean, we all understand diminishing marginal utility, right? The more you spend, the lesser value you get. But not only did we scale it up, but we brought our COA down by 45.6%, right? And if you look at this month, July, last month, it had further come down to 38% COA. Thank you.
Okay, I think we have 1 minute to take a couple of questions, Santosh. One question that I saw is, how do you solve for lack of awareness and lack of trust while buying insurance online? So, lack of awareness, I can summarize it by saying that almost 80% of our marketing dollars is spent on prospecting and top of funnel, right? So, we are talking to somebody who's not in market. We're talking to somebody who's not yet thought about buying insurance, and that's how we address it. For trust, I think it's conversations like claims paid ratio, emotional conversations about your family and their well-being, the brand promise, ease of buying online, transparency of information and communication. These are some of the things that help us address lack of trust while buying insurance.
Yeah.
I
In
think
fact,
ended, right?
claim ratio, which Sameer talked about, right, number of times, that stands at 99.22%, if I'm not wrong, right? That's one of the highest. So, any
Great.
other question?
I don't think we have time for the second question. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Sameer. Thank you, Santosh, for being such an amazing speakers, for making this discussion super exciting. Special thanks to our sponsors, Z5, Infobip, Brandwagon, Flipkart, and Jagran New Media. Don't forget to visit Exhibitor Booths. And thank you. Stay tuned.